Hello and welcome back. It's been a month. A very active but yet not active stitching month. It's very interesting. Um, Life update, I guess. I'll put a timestamp of when to jump to the actual stitching. Been sick for a month. Literally 4.5 weeks of sickness in our house. It's insane. Came down with this RSV. And had that for a few weeks. Then that developed into pneumonia for myself. So I have a history of pneumonia anyways, so that was fun. And then it just wasn't going away. My husband got better for a couple weeks, then he started getting sick again. Turns out he got COVID from work. And then I was just dealing with pneumonia, and then finally I realized I had COVID as well, and so it's been fun. I have been out more this month from work than I have been in the last like 3 years. It's insane. Yeah, so it has been just very chaotic, but getting there. We are finally on the mend. I think the husband will finally be able to get back to work today. It's super early. Okay, we went to bed super early for us last night, 8:30. And so finally at like 6:30, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna get up. So I did. I'm not usually like super early morning. I'm trying to be more so. So the husband works nights. And so he gets off work at 7:30, gets home about 8:30. Then we usually watch an episode or two, and then I'll take a nap. So we actually get some time to like sleep next to each other. It's weird. But I work from home / I only work 12 hours a week. And so it's like maybe 4 hours a week in office. So it's not usually a big deal for me. So I'm very lucky I can like hybrid my life to be that. So sorry. And we're back. I'm gonna be cutting out my coughing because it's a thing. Yeah, so our sleep is always great here, so slowly getting our house under control. I have a bin of decorations we still need to put out, but haven't gotten to it yet. But living life, enjoying life, kind of. Just been really sick. So the good news is I got 13,864 stitches done last month. So I'm not gonna lie, I was pushing towards the end because that's when I started coming down with COVID. Because I realized that if I tried, I could beat the rest of my year in 1 month in November. So I did. I beat it by like 100 stitches. Awesome. Here's the downside. It was all on one project. So that's great, right? Mugshot Villains. This is the cover sheet for the week that's released so far. I am about a week and a half behind right now because I have been powering through. Oh my gosh. So I know it was not originally Small Town Stitch's idea, but I heard it from her. And so I'm not filling in the background of the characters fully, as well as I'm not doing the background of like the words. Wrap sheet. There we go. But we'll just go through here. So first we had Grimhilde, which is of course from Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. First Disney film, animated film. 1957? 37? Wow, 20 years off. I am a Disney buff. Like, straight up, I'm a Disney girl. I have a TV in my kitchen that I can... Oh, my brain. So all of my recipes are digital. So we got a small TV. It's like a 20-inch to put up in our kitchen. There's a picture of it. Picture of my TV. That's weird. And so I can screen share my recipes from my phone, and I'm not having to like look at devices and all that. Well, when I don't need a recipe, I just throw on YouTube to have some voice in the background. Because of how timing, like I already said with my husband's work, I'm alone a lot of times. In general, I'm just alone a lot, and no negatives towards that. But it can get, it's nice to hear voices once in a while. So I'll just throw on, and so I tend to throw on like a lot of, it's either stitching videos or like Disney history videos on YouTube. I'm like obsessed, so when I heard about this style, this was totally up my alley. So I have made those changes, but the other change I've made, it was not intentional. I am doing the wrong color lines, but I love the purple, and so I just kind of run with it. And okay, let me insert side by side pictures of with and without back stitching. Like, it blows my mind every time. So I started a few weeks late, and then I'm about a week and a half behind now because I basically took a week off from stitching because I've been sick. But like every time I text my one sister, I'm like, all right, you ready? You ready? It like, the back stitching is insane to me. So then we have Cinderella's stepmother, Lady Tremaine. I just love how sharp the lines are. Yeah, no, she was so much fun. Okay, hot take. I have never liked Alice in Wonderland, and can't say, have I seen it all the way through? I don't think so. I don't think I've seen Alice in Wonderland all the way through. But our third one was Alice in Wonderland, which is the Queen of Hearts. Then followed by number 4, Peter Pan, which came out in 53, is what I was thinking of. I loved how Hook turned out so much. Oh my gosh. He looked so good. And then number 5 was Sleeping Beauty with Maleficent. The green and purple, guys. Like, shocking. I love green and purple. My hair is very faded right now because I had to cancel. Okay, you can tell I was really sick because I canceled my hair appointment. Like, that's how you know I was sick. So now we have the very bare bones start of Cruella de Vil. We have like a line. I will say, so I had half of Cruella done, and I realized my stitch count was way off, and so I had to like redo everything. And I was so frustrated and annoyed, but yeah. So that's all the stitching I did in November. Mind you, it was like, let's look it up. I know I already said it, but do I remember things? No. Like just shy of 14,000 stitches, like 13,850 some stitches. Like, that's a lot of stitches, but it's all in one project. So, I only have like one thing in haul. So, story time. As we know, my dad passed this past year. Still, forever, I'm sure. Processing things and all of that. So, my dad did, like when you think of like Midwest Christmas decorations, like wooden cutout, that's what my dad did. My dad was a woodworker, he loved it. Actually meant a lot to him. His friends actually built his casket for him. It's actually one of his last requests. So, very, very meaningful for our family. But, he had always done this one, which is a kneeling Santa in front of the baby Jesus. And a couple years ago, some of our friends had built a carport out the back of my parents' house so we could get my dad in and out of the house safely. And when we did, we gave each of them a Christmas ornament of that image. And when we were getting decorations out for our house and my mom's house, my mom lives 10 minutes away. And when we're not sick, like we see each other 6 days a week. Like, it is what it is. We're very involved in my mom's and vice versa. And so, we realized that she didn't have one of those ornaments, and it made her a little sad. And so then I was able, let me pull this out. I'm sorry it's crinkling. So this is a pattern by Jan Lynn. Kneeling Santa. Diana Thomas is the author or designer, sorry. And so I'm gonna be stitching this for my mom for next year's Christmas. Love it. I have emailed Jan Lynn hoping to get a PDF. If not, I will deal with paper copy, which I have not done in a very long time. Because I'm such a digital girl. But, so this is going to be a focus piece for me for this year. There we go. Because I want to be able to have it by the beginning of November next year, because I want to get it professionally framed. Because that will mean a lot to my mother, and it's not large at all. It doesn't have a stitch count, but it's 11 by 14 on 14 count, which I'm swapping out the Ada. There's a few fractional stitches, but I don't think it's, yeah, at most there looks to be like a couple half stitches, nothing bad. And so Ada should be fine for that. I am actually going to keep this as a semi-focus piece. But I want to try to get 100 stitches in a different project every day and then focus on this. I have never finished a stitch long in an appropriate amount of time, like ever. And so, I'm hoping to stay fairly caught up on this. I think that's doable, with how much I've been focusing on it. But, so I want to start doing, once a week I'm going to do a new start. So my comfort level is 15 projects active going, because that lets me have 2 days a month I can work on every single item. Currently I have 12, so I have room for like 3 more. So I have room for 2 more new starts before I even finish anything. Because, actually 1 more. I'm close to 3 finishes. Actually, one of the projects I have pulled out already is that. And so, January 1st, I am starting my Monopoly. A couple years ago when I was looking for it, it was so astronomical. It's out of print, but I found a great deal on eBay. When I was originally looking, it was like $120. I got it for $15, I think. So I have room for, right, I have 12 currently. Yes. I have 11 currently. Okay. So last time I told you I couldn't find 2 projects. I found 2 more kitted up projects. Still haven't found those 2 projects. So that's great. So I've actually taken one off my WIP list because I couldn't find it. And there was one I didn't even realize was on my WIP list. It's been a crazy year, okay? It's been so chaotic. I'm just glad I'm back to stitching. And so I have 11 WIPs currently. 3 of them are super close to a finish. So, which means I have room for 4 starts. I've earmarked 2 of those starts. One is Christmas Day. I'm going to be starting the Kneeling Santa by Janlin. And then New Year's Day, I'm starting my Monopoly piece. So I still have, that's 2 out of 11 is 2 is 13. So I have room for 2 new starts still. I have room for 1 more start. Because I forgot there's another one I gotta start right now, like tomorrow, because it's a Christmas gift. Honestly, it's gonna be like a day of stitching. It's just not a big deal. But, so I'm hoping to get like 100 stitches on a different project every day, and then the remainder on here. My mugshot. Because I want to try to catch up and stay up to date on this one. So, excuse me. First one done of the day. So I'm gonna spin a wheel to work on that. I'm trying to get all of my cross stitch to fit in 1 large closet and 4 bins. And just for how our life fits and everything like that. And so I'm excited because, probably next week now. My aunt was gonna come this week, but now let's get the sickness out of our house first. We're gonna hang up pegboard in the closet, and then I'm gonna hang my floss bags on them in order. So that's exciting. And then I actually have all of my fabric hanging up on hangers. So I can see them. I'm a visual person. I need to see what I own, or I'm just gonna buy more because I don't want to like find it. That's awful for budget. But I actually got like pant hanger tags. And so I actually have 14, 16, and 18. Those are the counts I use because I use Ada. And so all of my fabrics are labeled. Let me show you that. I'll show the whole project when we're done, but like, I love that. That made me so happy. So I think that's everything. I think this is way longer than I was gonna be for one project. Oh my gosh. Wonderfully back. It's wonderfully be stitching again. I'm kind of hoping like the wheel is gonna help get me excited about my other projects, because I'm like, I just want to start everything new, like, and that's not great. So I think that's it. I think that's gonna be it for this week, for this video, for today. Yeah. So thank you so much. I'm sorry this is so chaotic. I'm sorry this is so random. But thank you for being here. Thank you for all of the people who stayed around. I've actually gained a few followers since I came back last month, which is insane to me. Because, yeah, it's been a while. So yeah, I think that's going to be it for today. Thank you so much, and I hope you have a wonderful and colorful day.